Okay, I just want to start this video out by saying this video is entirely based off of scientific facts. This is not going to be an opinion-based video, but today we're going to be answering the question, is the $17 to $20 jackhammer worth more than a $4 to $5 original chatterbait? Is it worth it? Do you guys need to be buying these jackhammers? Is it just a gimmick? Could you just get away with this thing right here? But we're gonna put them to the test. I'm gonna explain this challenge, how I'm going to be determining this scientifically and proving whether or not this thing is worth it in just a second, so stay tuned, guys. So I've been wanting to do this video for quite a while now, and I've been trying to figure out the most fair way to do this to make sure there's no other variables that are causing the change other than the jackhammer versus the original chatterbait. So what we've done here is we have the exact same reel. We have a Lew's BB1. One's a little bit older, one's a little bit newer, but same gear ratio. That's all that matters. We have a 7'3" medium heavy Fox River rod, so the exact same rod that we're using on both. Both of them have 15-pound Seeger fluorocarbon, exact same line, and both of them are gonna have the exact same trailer on them as well. So the only difference is gonna be the chatterbait, which is what we're testing. Also, I didn't want to do it with two people in the boat, with one of us throwing one throwing the other, because one of us might retrieve it a little bit differently. The person in the front's gonna have access to the fish first, and all sorts of different stuff can happen. So the way we're doing this is I'm the only one in the boat, as you guys can see, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take one of the chatterbaits. I think I'm gonna start with the original, doesn't really matter. I'm gonna set a timer, and I'm gonna let that timer run until I catch my first fish. So then what I'm gonna do is we're gonna mark down the time, we're gonna let the fish go, and then we're gonna switch to the jackhammer. Because one of the other things we're trying to avoid is if I just picked up one of the chatterbaits, threw it for like 2 hours, marked down how many fish I caught, then switched to the next one, threw it for 2 hours, and said, oh, one caught more than the other. What would happen is there might have been a bite window, we might have, been on a really good spot, burned all the fish, and then not really found many more fish. So we're going to be alternating back and forth between each bait to make sure that we're not getting into any bite windows, we're not going to be burning any spots with one of the chatterbaits and then having no fish left for the other one. We're going to alternate back and forth, and we're going to try to catch 5 bass on each, and we're going to make sure that we mark down how long it takes each time to catch a bass on that particular chatterbait. And at the end, we're going to take the times, we're going to average them out and see which one took longer to catch a fish each time. So scientifically, one of these chatterbaits is going to be better than the other one. That's a mouthful, but that is what we're doing today. We're gonna start with the original one. We're gonna go roll up on a little point, fish our way back into a pocket. Southwest Michigan, the chatterbait bite should be on. It's getting really, really good here. Today, it's supposed to be almost 60 degrees outside, so they should be biting, hopefully. And I really just wanna see which one of these works better. I've been throwing the jackhammer a lot lately. I really do like it. I think that it might make a difference, but I don't know for a fact, and we're about to find out. So stay tuned, guys. Okay, boys and girls, first spot of the day, we are starting with the original Zman chatterbait, and I'm gonna start the stopwatch now. So the first fish I catch, we're gonna stop the stopwatch, and then that is how long it took us to catch that first bass. We're gonna switch to the jackhammer, do it all over again about 5 times, and then we're gonna average them out and see which one catches bass faster, which one has the ability to catch more bass in a quicker amount of time. Okay, and the very last thing before we get into fishing, guys, today's video is sponsored by Karl's Bait and Tackle. That is where I purchased both of these chatterbaits. It is the best place to buy your tackle. You could get your lures for up to 30% off if you guys are a member of Karl's Club. A membership is $49 for the year. You get free shipping, and like I said, you literally get like 30% off. So this jackhammer that usually costs $17 to $20 is only gonna run you $12 and I think 89 cents or something like that. So check it out. It's gonna be linked down below. But without further ado, let's figure out which one of these chatterbaits is the moneymaker. Is it worth it? $17 to $20, and I guess if you're in Karl's Club, $12.89. Is it worth it over this $4 or $5 chatterbait, the original Z-Man? Let's find out. There we go, first one. Z-Man chatterbait. We're not very far into this, boys and girls. I'm gonna stop the stopwatch right when I get this fish in the boat. Nope, she's going this way. Okay. So fish in the boat, stop this stopwatch, hold up. 4 minutes and 16 seconds for that first bass right there on the original Z-Man. So we're gonna let this fish go. We're gonna switch up to the jackhammer and see how long it takes for that one. So let me just record that time. We're gonna put it in my phone, and we're gonna get 5 fish on each of these and see which one averages a better time. So first fish in the boat, boys and girls, that did not take long at all. Honestly, didn't know how this was gonna go. I have not fished this lake very much, and I have not been here all year long. So we're gonna start the timer right now for the jackhammer and see how long it takes for this one. There we go. Oh, we missed her. We missed her. She freaking smoked it. Boys, well, that would have been a little bit quicker than the original, but we did not catch that fish. We did just get smoked. We're gonna reel it real slow, right past the same spot. First bite in the jackhammer. I would say that we're only about 2 minutes in. That was probably like my 4th or 5th cast. Just got hit. You gotta catch one pretty quick or the original Z-Man's gonna take an early lead right here. There we go. There we go. Run right at me. Z-Man definitely, oh, a little bit better fish. Okay. We gotta stop that timer. Hold up, hold up. We're gonna have to take a couple seconds off because this is taking me a second. Okay, so we stopped it at 7:34. We're gonna do a solid 7 minutes and 30 seconds because that took me a second to turn it off, but that was on the jackhammer. So a little bit longer on the jackhammer. Of course, I did miss that first strike, which could have been partially user error, but definitely a little bit better fish right there. Nice, solid, chunky, 1.5 pound probably on the jackhammer. So we're gonna log in 7 minutes, 30 seconds, and then we're gonna switch back to the original. We're gonna keep doing that. We're gonna keep going back and forth, and then we're gonna get that average, because even though the first one took a little bit longer on the jackhammer, it might take 10 minutes for the next original fish. So far, the $4 to $5 chatterbait is beating this $17 to $20 piece of equipment right there. Keep cracking, see if this one gets bit right away again. That's gonna be freaking crazy if we could beat the jackhammer using a $4 or $5 bait. So let me get this timer started up for fish number 3. Reset and start. Dude, first cast. Oh, and it's a good one too. Dude, it's like a 3-pounder. I don't know if we should count that or not, because that was kind of my own fault. I set the hook like an idiot. That was the first cast with the original chatterbait. We're not going to count it. We're going to have to try to land these fish. The hook quality is definitely part of these chatterbaits being different. The jackhammer supposedly has the better hook. So since we are using the cheaper one, the reason that we lost that fish may have been because this has a worse hook, but that sucks because that was like a 3-pound fish right there, guys. But that's what you have to do. If you're using a $4 bait, it probably has a slightly worse hook on there. And maybe if we were throwing the jackhammer, could have caught that one. Don't know for a fact. This is all speculation, boys and girls, but that is going to be part of the challenge. Dude, we got one. 3rd cast, and we got one on the original chatterbait. It's getting more bites. It's getting more bites, guys. My goodness. Get her in the boat. Stop the timer. I'm gonna tell you, it's only been maybe a minute or two. 2 minutes and 6 seconds. Missed a 3-pounder. First cast with it. Probably would have been about 30 seconds in. We would have had a 3-pounder, but she got off. So we're gonna mark down 2 minutes and 6 seconds for the original chatterbait. So far, it's freaking killing it. Even with both of the first 2 fish, it is in the lead. Timer started. Jackhammer in the water. Okay, so we had to pause that for a second because this battery was about to die and we have to switch it out, and we don't want to have any unnecessary clock running while we're not fishing. But let me tell you guys, I don't know if you saw it when I just paused it. Right now we've been throwing the jackhammer for 23 minutes and 20 seconds without a single fish, without a single bite, nothing. And literally with that original chatterbait, I popped off that 3-pounder the first cast that I made with it after I switched back to it. And then I got bit on the next cast but missed it, and then I caught a fish on my 3rd cast. So 3 bites and 3 casts. Switched to the jackhammer, the $20 bait, and 23 minutes without a bite. So I don't know what's going on right now. We're going to continue running with the same format. I'm not going to switch back to the original or anything like that. We're going to keep throwing the jackhammer until we catch a bass, but it's not looking so good for the jackhammer. 23 minutes in and nothing. So we're gonna get back to fishing, and I'm gonna start the stopwatch up in just a second, but yeah, I don't know what's going on. We are stopping the clock at 37 minutes and 39 seconds right now. Jackhammer, not doing so good. Okay, so I kind of messed up the stopwatch, but it was at 39 minutes. Oh, I wrote it down, hold up. It was at 37 minutes and 40 seconds, but I hit the wrong button. So we are restarting it, and we're just gonna have to add those 2 times up for the jackhammer. So we are 37 minutes in, and so far the jackhammer is doing absolutely terrible compared to the original Z-Man, which makes no sense, but we are gonna get to cracking here and see if we could catch one on it. Back to the area where we caught pretty much all those bass, back to back to back. There we go. Dude, she hit it 3 times. Finally one on the jackhammer. Please get in the boat. Please get in the boat. Okay, let's stop this stop timer. Stop the stopwatch. We have got one on the jackhammer, boys. So like I said, I messed up the stopwatch, but it was at 37 minutes and 39 seconds plus 7 minutes and 59 seconds. So I'm gonna do some math here, but almost an hour to catch that fish on the jackhammer. And now we're gonna switch back to the original and see if we catch one almost immediately. But that was a freaking grind for that one right there. That was on that jackhammer. Tossing her back. I'm gonna do some quick math, add the jackhammer time in there, and then start throwing the original. But that fish literally, I don't know if you guys kind of saw me like half-heartedly set the hook a few times. She swiped at it 2 times, and then finally she got it right in the roof of the mouth. But let's see what we got here as far as time goes. 45 minutes and 39 seconds. So the jackhammer's not doing so good. We're gonna start throwing the original. So far, it caught a fish in 4 minutes and 16 seconds and 2 minutes and 6 seconds. And we're gonna see what this third one takes. Resetting the stopwatch, starting. Time to throw the original. See how long this one takes. I swear to God, if this takes like 2 casts, I'm gonna be blown away. Dude, oh, I got hit in the first cast again. I cannot believe it, dude. The original's freaking killing it. I did not catch that fish, obviously. And like I said, the hook definitely matters. Like the jackhammer's got a better hook, but for some reason today, it seems so much easier to get bit on this original chatterbait. That was first cast, just got freaking clobbered, but we missed her. Let's get her right back in there. Unbelievable. First freaking cast. Almost got one on the original after waiting 45 minutes on the jackhammer. Unreal. Second cast with the original. Get her in the boat. Okay, stop the stopwatch. Under a minute. 45 minutes to catch one on the jackhammer, and just caught this one in 59 seconds. Under a minute to 45 minutes. Today, the original is definitely doing some work, but we're gonna switch back to the jackhammer because like I said, maybe we just stumbled into a better area here. It's really hard for me to tell. But we're gonna switch back to this, start the stopwatch, and see if we can catch one immediately like that one right there. Dude, I am telling you guys, the original chatterbait is just getting more bites. Flat out getting more bites. I just took like 4 or 5 casts, probably like 2 minutes in with the jackhammer, and the original chatterbait is getting bit immediately every time I switch over to it. There we go. Finally. Come on, in the boat, on the jackhammer. Okay. Oh, and she popped off, but she's in. So we are at 9 minutes on the dot. 9 minutes to catch that one fish. And I swear to God, I mean, we're gonna do the whole 5 fish on each bait, like I said right at the beginning. But if I catch one immediately on the original again, it's pretty much gonna seal the deal. But another little, I don't know, pounder or so. 9 minutes to catch that fish on the jackhammer. So we're gonna reset that. We're gonna log it in the jackhammer times. Then we are going to start a new time for the original. Okay, so this will pretty much seal it. If we catch one instantly on the original this time, today the original just freaking killed it. I don't know why they want it so bad, why they're eating it more, but it seems like I pulled this thing out and within the first like cast or 2 I get bit. Crazy stuff happening out here today. Dude, second cast with the original. Unbelievable. 9 minutes and 40 something minutes to catch one on the jackhammer. I didn't stop that even very quick, and it's still at 1 minute and 11 seconds. Second cast on the original Zman chatterbait. That's crazy. Okay. Well, we're gonna log it in. 1 minute and 11 seconds. Timer is cleared. Starting up again with the jackhammer. We're gonna throw it right in the same spot. Like, I'm not trying to make the original win. I literally thought that the jackhammer was gonna win, guys. I would have put all the money in the world on it. There we go. There we go. Definitely took longer than the original, but got one in the boat. 4 minutes and 10 seconds after that last one. So that was one of the better times for the jackhammer so far. 4 minutes, 10 seconds. Fish going back in the water. We're coming down to the very end of this challenge though, and we're switching back to the original. So 4 minutes, 10 seconds for that one on the jackhammer. Starting it up, last fish on the original. Let's see how long it takes. There we go. There we go. Last one on the Zman original. Right there. Let me stop this timer here quick. That was the longest one by far. 14 minutes and 34 seconds to get that fish in the boat. But still, it wasn't 45 minutes, you know? Get that one back in. Try to catch our 5th one on the jackhammer real quick. There's a really good clump of grass right in front of me. I don't know if you guys saw, but I actually had a couple bites right there. They were just kind of missing it, but gonna try to get our last fish, end this challenge, and do a little statistics to see how much better the original has been doing. Start the timer for the jackhammer. One more bass. There we go. Finally. Please get in the boat. Thank the Lord. Thank the Lord. Once again, popped off. Stop the clock. 30 minutes and 39 freaking seconds to catch that bass. Nice solid 14-incher. The jackhammer was just not the deal today, but stick around. I'm gonna break it all down, the exact times and everything. And yeah, we're gonna wrap this video up. And that is gonna be a wrap on today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you do like these kinds of videos, please hit it with that thumbs up and consider subscribing to the channel. I'm gonna be doing a lot more videos like this, breaking down different baits versus other baits, stuff like that. And also, like I'm about to tell you guys, even though this is as scientific as you could possibly be, I could not think of a better way to try to compare these two chatterbaits. We still don't have that big of a sample size. So this is only part 1. We're probably gonna extend this out, try the chatterbaits even more, different bodies of water, different days, stuff like that. See if it makes a difference at all. But today, you guys saw it, the original chatterbait right here. $4 on Karl's Bait and Tackle absolutely destroyed the jackhammer. And I never in a million years would have guessed it. So I would have said jackhammer hands down, but today, literally, if you added up all the original chatterbaits times, 4:16, 2:06, 59 seconds, a minute and 11 seconds, and then the longest one, 14 minutes and 34 seconds, it doesn't even compare to the jackhammer's abysmal 7 minutes, 45 minutes, 9 minutes, 4 minutes, and 30 minutes. I didn't even add it up because I know I don't have to, but the original chatterbait, add up all the times, I don't even think it was as bad as the jackhammer's second worst one. So yeah, the original chatterbait put a freaking hurting on him today. I'm gonna still stay out here, film some other stuff too, so hopefully you guys do subscribe, stick around, and thank you guys so much for watching. The original chatterbait was the move today.